Hello and welcome to Final Form Freaks Hot Tub Talks with Matthew, Mike and John.
Yay! We have a special guest. Huzzah! With this video, that probably people are wondering what we're talking about. We've basically, before we had the whole coronavirus, crisis and everything else, me and Matt tried to do a top, I believe it's 18 that we've done, a top 18.
It's more of a ranking worst to best.
Yeah, worst
because there's only 18 of them in the game.
At the minute, yeah. There has been a leak of
a design of one, but not no abilities, so no, it doesn't count.
So, like we said, we're going to talk about the secret rares and what we think is from worst to best, in our opinion, and then obviously we give our 2 cents and thoughts about the card and stuff. Hopefully, with the magic of editing, we'll be able to have a lovely editor, Nat, put up the cards on the screen for us as well, and you'll be able to see what cards we're talking about and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So, let's get right into it. So,
number 18.
18 in last place. We've said the Goku Jr. secret rare.
Yeah. Distant Descendant Son Goku Jr. for full name.
So, should have it on the screen. This secret rare is very oddly specific. So if you want to talk about its abilities and stuff, Matt.
Yeah. So ultimate triple strike. When this card attacks, look at top 7 cards from top of your deck. Choose many Goku's lineage from among them as you like, and combo with them. Then shuffle your deck. If you have 5 or more of the cards you combo with using this skill have different card names, choose up to 2 of your opponent's life and place them in the drop.
Yeah, so it's oddly specific.
Yeah, you have to have 5 different named.
Yeah, there's a reason why it's one of the there's a reason why it's one of the cheapest secret rares out there. It's a nice card. Don't get me wrong. Looking at the artwork and stuff like that, it's a nice card, but it's just oddly specific. Have you got anything to say, John? Do you say it's?
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. It's just not one you're going to see in any sort of. If you're going for any sort of competitive play, it's all right for having a laugh and a bit of fun, but it's a bit of a hefty cost for not a lot of output.
Yeah, it is.
Unless you build a deck just for that secret rare, but then you're missing out on, sort of any other, especially with all the Unison stuff coming out now, you're missing out on anything counter ability wise to help you even get that card out.
Yeah. It just seems to be a massive struggle of trying to do anything creative with it, personally. But Goku Jr. is in 18th place. The next one, number 17, is the Gogeta secret rare. So what's the card called, Matt? It's should be on the screen now. Miraculous
Fighter Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta.
Yep. If you want to talk through its abilities, buddy.
So, abilities, obviously, ultimate deflect and critical. It's one of the only secret rares that has deflect in the game, I think. So,
does it have barrier as well?
No, just deflect. But it has EX Evolve. Place all cards from your hand other than this card in your drop area. Blue Gogeta with energy cost 7 or more. So you can EX or drop your entire hand to evolve it on top of a 7 or higher blue Gogeta. Then you also can Union Fusion it instead. So 3 specific blue and 3 generic Goku and Vegeta to Union Fusion. And its ability, Sparking 15, choose one Son Goku and one Vegeta card from your drop and place them at the bottom of your deck, switch this card to active mode.
Yeah.
So again, oddly very specific.
It is very oddly specific. I have used it in the past with certain decks and stuff like that I've had a bit of fun with, but you'll never see this in a competitive deck. There's a reason why it's fairly cheap as well. Again, but it's just it is very oddly specific. It is nice having the crit, and you do have to have 15, the Sparking 15, which isn't necessarily a massive problem to do. If you use a burst leader and stuff, it wasn't a problem. But you do have to have a lot of Gokus and Vegetas and stuff like that in the deck for it to make it worth it. I say it's all right having just the crit and stuff like that. There was potential for it.
Until they banned the 7-drop.
Until they banned the 7-drop. But we will do that in the next video for the ban list.
Yeah, we placed it here before that card got banned anyway.
Yeah.
Because I would never EX evolve it on top of that one, because you lose your entire hand.
Yeah. But still. On
to number 16.
Yeah, number 16 is the Vegito secret rare. So I'll let Matt see what the name is. The full description.
Ultimate Force SSB Vegito.
Yeah, so it'll be on the screen now. And I'll let Matt go again with doing the description of it.
Yes, this one I find the most odd because it's a blue card that you can Union Portara it for 5 red. I see a Goku and a Vegeta stacked together. Yeah, ultimate, triple attack, triple strike. And that's it really. No other abilities on it. And your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree that this is low. I would say that there's, having I say it's triple attack and triple strike, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I think that's why it's higher on the list than the other two below it.
Because it has potential to do more damage in a sense than the Gogeta and the Goku Junior for starters. Yeah. There are more like normal cards, like you could argue, like SRs and stuff like that are to it. But yeah, it is definitely better than the Gogeta and the Goku Junior by far, just because it has the triple attack and triple strike more than anything. Nice card.
It is a very nice looking card.
Yeah. It's become a bit easier to play as well over the past sort of 3 months with the red-blue energy exhaust.
Yeah.
To be a 10-drop blue, but you can Unipitor it for 5 red.
Obviously you have to have the Goku and the Vegeta on your board as well to Potara.
Yeah, so you're constantly on the back pedal.
Yeah.
Which is a bit odd when you drop something out with triple strike, triple attack. Well, if you can get it out by turn 5, I'd say you're doing pretty well, but you need to have quite a bit of energy exhaust and a specific gameplay in mind. It's not one of those where you can just sort of, right, it's turn 5, we've got several different options. We've got one way to get it out, and that's it. All else could be heaven, could be hell. Might win, might fail. One of those.
Yeah.
No other extra effect on it, so it's just a case of swinging and hoping for the best.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Swing, close your eyes and pray.
Yeah. So,
number 15.
Gonna go, number 15, which people could argue with, or it would be interesting to see what people put in the comments down below.
Yeah,
for
this could be the controversial one.
This could be the controversial one. Now, we said that it was the negative like Dragon Balls. I know Matt will give the full description of it. I'll put them on the screen. So what's the card actually called, Matt?
The full name, Dragon Balls Negative Energy Overflow, and it is the only extra card that is a secret rare. In the game so far. So it has ultimate, like they all do. Reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1 for each battle card in your drop area. That is a permanent. And then the activate battle at the end of this turn. Choose all cards ignoring barrier and place them in their owner's drop.
Yeah. The reason I when we were talking about this, the reason I thought that this was better than the Vegito is I think this has more. I would say it has more versatility, but
it does.
The fact that it can blow up your opponent's board is a massive killer.
But you also lose your own board.
You do also lose your own board, but certain decks don't mind that.
No.
But the fact that you could potentially play this for 0 effectively, which is really good.
Yeah.
Playing a secret rare for absolutely nothing that can, blow the entire board up, and then you're basically having to restart. Especially against people who like aggro players, or you look at people like Pan or even Wish Leaders that do aggro, or Jiren for instance, or even Ginyu, having all the Ginyu force out and stuff like that. The fact that it's an activate battle, so you can do it in your opponent's turn, which is kind of cheeky. I think that's the reason why it got a better vote than the Vegito. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's quite versatile. Depending on what deck you're playing, might be when you do it. For example, say if you're running it with, I don't know, a successor deck, you're sort of turn 3, 4. By that time, you can easily ramp up to something with a double strike or double attack. If you play it on your opponent's turn, it comes back round to you, and then you can easily ramp back up. They haven't got any cards in play, no blockers, they'll have swung. Or, depending on which way round you want to do it, if you play it on your turn, it'll go to the beginning of their turn and they have to completely start again. So depending on what sort of turn you're at, turn 2, 3, and what sort of deck you're playing, you've got flexibility in range, to stop out your opponent or go for the end game, which can be quite useful at times. And like you said earlier, it could be pays for nothing.
Yeah.
Turn 3, 7 battle cards in the drop area. It's quite high, especially with sort of decks that mill out or you have to drop cards.
Yeah. Or like you say, bursting or anything like daft like that.
Yeah.
Which is really, really good. What would you say, Matt?
I pretty much agree with John. Pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Same. It all depends on what deck you run with it. That's why I think we put it this low.
Yeah.
Instead of putting it a bit higher.
Yeah. So the next one, 14, which is
a good name.
Yeah. Which is an SS4, which I'll let Matt say the whole name for it, and we'll put the card up.
So Hyper Evolution Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku.
Yeah. So card should be up on the screen.
Yeah.
So I'll let you go through the effect and everything for it.
Okay, so EX Evolve, 1 red, place 2 cards from your hand into the drop, and place it on top of a red Son Goku GT with an energy cost of 6 or more. Obviously ultimate, and then when this card attacks, it gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn, and then if this card power is 60k or more, it deals 1 damage to your opponent's life. Then as activate main, place 2 red cards from your hand in the drop area, switch this card to active mode.
Yep. You know, we said that this was better than the Dragon Balls, but obviously for reasons. It is a good card. You know, the effects are good. I'd say it's still fairly easy to get up to the 60k into it. So
yeah,
it's not that hard. It is, you know, it has an oddly specific effect, but
it's more of the having to drop 2 red cards to restand it and keep swinging with it every time.
Yeah, and you have to really have like the Goku GT stuff as well, don't you?
Specific.
And you have to have a big hand as well if you want to have it to do anything significant damage.
Yeah, you really have to go all out and commit for it, don't you? When you're going to go for it. So.
Yeah, very deck specific, but it is a good card when you can pull it off. But
it is, because it's beaten me before.
Variety now, there's so much that can stop that chain.
Yeah.
So that's why it's sort of mid-tier and not further up. Because as far as the effects goes with the card, it's pretty good.
It is.
Getting to deal 1 damage to your opponent without actually doing anything, and then it's got dual attack effectively. So,
more than dual attack.
Yeah.
You just keep going and going and going.
Depends on how big your hand is.
Yeah.
But
like you're saying.
I tend to at least get double or triple. But yeah, it's very specific again for play. It's not versatile, but we'll have to wait and see what else comes out.
Yeah, we will. So number 13, the one that we said that was better than Etus 4, was Goku and Oob. But Matt's got the actual proper description for it, so I'll let him say what the title for is.
So you're very close to the name. It is Goku and Son Goku and Oob, Seeds of the Future.
There you go, and the card should be on the screen now.
So it's got double strike, dual attack, ultimate, permanent. If your leader card is World Tournament and there is 6 or cards or more in both your energy area and your opponent's energy area, decrease the energy cost in your hand by 2. Then it's auto. When this card attacks, choose 1 card each from your opponent's life and energy areas, place them at the bottom of their owner's decks in any order.
Yep. Yeah, I like it. It's good.
I really like this card.
Yeah, it's really cheeky. Semi-cheeky effect.
I done some crazy things with it. If people check out my Goku Black and Zamasu deck profile I did a few months ago, it's actually in there.
Yep. But yeah, it's got a really nice effect. It does, you know, multiple different things, you know, which is nice.
It's just an issue. The only issue I find with the card is the permanent. It's the World Tournament leader. It gets reduced to a 6-drop. Otherwise, you have to play it for an 8.
Yeah.
The only way really to play it, if you're not using the World Tournament, is to try and massively ramp. That's why it's in my Goku Black and Zamasu one, because it does ramp.
Yeah. But like I say, there's a lot more cards out now that can ramp you up a lot easier now. So it doesn't make too much of a struggle. But like you said, if it does have an oddly specific thing, if you do play with a World Tournament leader, it does get reduced better for you. But there's no stopping you doing that if you really want to.
No.
You know,
there's not that many World Tournament leaders. There's only what 1 for every colour, apart from 1 for every colour. So.
But yeah, no. What I was saying is that there's no stopping you still trying to do. You could still do a ramp essentially with a World Tournament leader, couldn't you?
Yeah, that.
If you really wanted to.
Yeah, I'd say it's more the fact that it's versatile. I mean, anybody that runs blue is obviously going to be straight away. They're going to be running Dimension Magic, Beam, you know, anything that sort of stalled out, stops your opponent from attacking.
Semi-defensive.
yeah, semi-defensive. So for that to come out, you know, sort of end game play, it's, you know, you're going for end game. You've run out of your negates, power-ups, etc.
Yeah.
But how many blue decks can you make? How long do you want?
Yeah, exactly.
It's entirely up to the person.
Yeah. It's not exactly that you're not spoiled for choice, is there?
Exactly.
What you want to do. So, yeah. So that's number 13. So yeah, I really like it. So at 12, the one that we said that was better than Goku Noob, what I've got in my list is
might be another controversial one.
Controversial, but
some people.
You know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. You know, this is what we thought. Was Frieza Army Reborn, which is Matt's got the right description for it.
Yep. So ultimate quadruple strike. Permanent. When your life is 2 or less, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 3. When you play this card, your opponent reveals their hand. Choose up to 1 card from your opponent's hand and place it in the drop. Then choose all of your opponent's battle cards with 40,000 power or less, ignoring barrier, and KO them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. There's a reason why someone who's talking about it used it quite a few times.
Yes, I did.
But you know, you can. Its effects are really good. You pull it off at the right time. You know.
Yeah.
I really like it.
The only reason it's this low really is due to, well, everybody's hand sizes now seem to be huge at all times, with multiple negates, multiple different things, and they only let you take counters. 1 card from your opponent's hand.
Yeah.
That's the only reason it's really, because it still gets negated, or it can still be negated if you take 1 away from them.
Yep. Yeah.
It's good. Nice to have a quadruple strike, but
yeah,
nice to have a bit of a board wipe as well.
It does work really well for board wiping.
Yeah, but having that out in hopes that it'll go through,
it's
a bit tricky. That's the problem. If it was, you know, sort of triple strike dual attack, I think you'd see it played more, because you've got more of a chance of winning for endgame.
Yeah, and that's why I used to run it with the Shenron leader, give it triple attack.
Yeah.
That's the only time I really used to play it.
Yeah, makes sense. Perfect sense.
Yeah.
So we've got 2. Next one is number 11, which obviously could be a
very controversial one for some people.
Apex of Power, which is... What is the full name for it, Matt?
Son Goku and Vegeta Apex of Power.
There we go, it should be on the screen now.
So,
as well.
We've got Ultimate, Energy Exhaust, Invoker, then Activate Main, 2 red, 3 blue if your leader card is a Universe 7 card and you have 5 or more blue/red multicolor extra cards in your drop area. Negate the skills of your opponent's non-extra cards in all areas until the end of your opponent's next turn, then play this card. But the obviously it has 1 more ability, which is Victory Strike.
Yeah. It's good, you know, it's good with the theming of like the whole deck and everything else that you're gonna you know, do for it, you know what I mean, with the Apex Power. The reason I think that we put this as low as it is, in the ranking it is, should I say, is that it can be negated.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, it blanks all non-extra cards, so as long as you've still got an extra card negate in your hand or 2, you're fine.
Yeah. So...
I mean, what I'd say with that is yeah, it's nice that it negates your opponent's extra cards. But, I mean, it's already got Invoker on it, so
Yeah.
that coupled, you've got a board wipe straight away for teamed up. We were in this together for one, and that does any cards with 25k or less. You KO them. Well, providing they've not got barrier. So,
Well, they won't have because they'll be blanked when you play that card.
Yeah.
So, you play that, you board wiped, and then I don't know. It seems like it should have something else other than just Victor Strike, because you again, it can be negated. It's not got barrier. There's many ways around it.
Yes, there is.
I mean, it's only 45,000, so
it's one of the highest powered.
Yeah. It's high enough,
in the game.
But again, depending on what your leader is, you can easily combo out of it if. You know,
Yeah, because it doesn't blank the combo powers.
No.
Yeah. So it can be comboed out depending on who you're up against.
Yeah.
It doesn't have barrier, does it?
No.
And that's the thing.
So
when you're saying combo
there
out,
is a certain green negate. Well, it doesn't negate, but it pops an attacking card.
yeah, but there's also the Whis that minuses it in combo, don't it? As well.
Yeah.
It does the minus 10, don't it? So
that'll be blank though, because it blanks non-extra cards. Blanks all.
extra cards.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not a bad card. It's a very pretty card.
Oh, it's a very pretty
don't
card.
get me wrong. It is a very pretty card.
I
is
have
nice.
it. I pulled it.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's a nice card. I think I was just saying with John is that I think we're all just waiting for something else that was going to be with it. That was going to be a bit better. There was just something missing from it.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds like we're complaining like a lot. You know, we're not.
We're not.
It's just
We're going
it's
justifying
just
where we place this, where we place
Exactly.
everything.
So sadly, you know, Apex of Power didn't get in the top 10 slot. So
it came 11th, just missing out of it.
Yeah,
on 11th.
it missed out. But we believe that this card was bad. There's a reason why this got in the top 10. So we're in the top 10 now. So
number 10.
Number 10 is the Boo secret rare, which Matt will give the description.
Yeah. So Arcane Absorption, Margin Boo.
Yep, the card should be on the screen.
Triple Strike, Ultimate, then activate main for 6 generic. Choose one Evil Wizard Babbly card in your drop area or warp. Play the chosen card, then play this card from your hand on top of the card you played with this skill. Ugh, confusing wording. Also, when you play this card, if there is an Evil Wizard Babbly under this card, choose 5 Energy Destruction cards from your drop or warp and play them.
Yeah. To me, that was just far better than what the Apex of Power does. It's just far better. It's just massive board presence. If you use all the destruction rares and stuff, and you've got them in your deck, and
you're gonna have 5 in your drop by the time you play this for 6.
Oh god, yeah. And you've got loads of different choices. They all do different effects. It's a really nice secret rare, really pretty secret rare. There's a lot going off on it, as you can see. But yeah, we thought that this deserved the top 10. So
it's definitely the 10th place.
Yeah. What would you say, John?
Yeah, it's the effect that gives it the spot.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not having to pay 8. It's mono black, so you can get that. These and play them at the same time. I mean, with the effects as well that you're going to get off Energy to Destruction, I don't see many people standing up against it. I mean, Boo itself is straight away a triple strike.
Yeah.
It's a good card. I like it. Definitely
It's
in the top 10.
Yeah, it deserves the top 10 spot, and I think it's a bit of a toolbox secret rare as well. Because if you've got all these different destruction rares in the deck, and you can pick and choose which ones you've got. If you've got like a full play set of most of them, and they're all in the deck, you can really force your opponent to have to do certain things, or if they've not got much energy open, and they haven't got many negates when they're going into it, you can just go pure aggro and go for the Vegeta and go for loads of attacks, or go for Lord Slug or whatever.
Yeah, the thing is with the destruction rares, each of the card has an auto when the card is played.
Yeah.
Because Slug, you choose one card from your opponent's hand and place it in the drop area.
Yeah.
You play 5 of them. Well,
but you can't
four
play
of them.
4 of them.
You play 4.
Along with, if you play 4 of them, along with something else, like Bojack, which is your opponent's cards, battle cards, ignoring barrier, and switch it to rest mode. Well, you can stop your opponent from blocking, and you can pretty much strip them of any negates they've got in their hand, guaranteeing possibly guaranteeing victory. You're swinging with a triple strike.
Yeah. So it's interesting to what you can do with it, and I think that's why it got the top 10 spot. And I think Matt, probably, you got anything else to say about it?
Nah, nothing new to add. It's just the same. Same as John, pretty much.
Yeah, so number 9, we're going to go. Sorry if we're taking so long.
This is a ranking, so.
Yeah, so next one, number 9, is the Power of Patora one, which is. Matt will give a full description.
So, Power of Patora, Vegito, Kefla, and Zamasu.
Yeah, that'll be on the screen now.
Yeah. Triple Strike, Ultimate, Energy Exhaust, because it's a multicolour card. Just like the Apex of Power.
Yep.
If your opponent has 6 or more energy, or has 6 or more cards in rest mode, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 3. When you play this card, choose 4 of your opponent's battle cards. Choose 4 of your opponent's cards. Doesn't matter what they are. Switch them to rest mode, then draw 4.
Yeah, which is cracking.
It is.
Yes, I like it. It's just the effects of what it can do. The tapping, the 4 cards and stuff like that. And getting the draw power from it as well.
You can tap your opponent out if they've got 4 or less cards. Energy in active mode, you can get rid of all their energy.
Yeah.
I mean, with it being blue-yellow, it's easy to ramp up in, sort
get
of
this
energy
out
to 5. And you've only got to be on turn 3 with your opponent for them to possibly have
6 things in rest
6
mode.
cards in rest mode.
Because the leader, energy, battle cards, all of them count.
Yep. So it can easily make anything blue into an aggro deck and completely switch the game around. Goku Black and Zamasu, which is always one of them decks that's going to be on the back pedal, from set 6. Because you're trying to ramp your opponent up to 8 energy, so you can do leader's effect, cut 4 of their life, stick it back in the deck. But if you use that card in a Goku Black and Zamasu deck, it's a game changer. You're then on the attacking foot, stalling them out. So I like it. Very versatile card.
Yeah. It's the reason why it got in the top 10.
Reason why it's 9th.
I ain't got anything else more to say to that. I think John put it well.
Needed.
Right in a nutshell with it. So next is number 8 is the Demigra secret rare. So Matt will go in the description about it.
So full name: Beyond Darkness Demigra.
There we go.
Ultimate, Triple Strike, Dark Overwhelm 7. So you need 7 battle cards in your drop. they have to be specifically black. Well, cards. It doesn't have to be battle cards. It can be extras and Dragon Balls.
Extra cards. Yeah.
It costs 5 energy to Dark Overrealm. But with the Dark Overrealm, you don't lose this at the end of your turn like you do with other Overrealm. And also, when this card attacks, your opponent reels their hand, choose up to 4 battle cards from it, and combo with them in your combo area.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Nice card.
Nice card.
Easy to
Very
play.
solid. Yep.
You can run it in most decks.
Yeah, as long as you can get enough black cards in your drop.
Yeah.
For your turn 5, it can pretty much run with anything.
Yeah. And there's quite a lot of black cards to choose from now. There's plenty to put in a deck. Like I said, if you use a Wish deck, then you've already got 7 potential cards that are already going to be in there as your Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus you got the most recently all the Blue and Babbidy stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
works really nice.
It's possibility. It's got possibilities.
Yeah.
It does have its downfalls. Again,
Yes, it does.
no barrier. It can be negated. So it can be stopped in its tracks. Depending on sort of how you're playing it. What you're doing with it.
I think the more important thing about this card, more than anything, that I think the reason that we said it was stronger than the Patora or anything else, even if it gets negated, even though that it's strong, you've got hand knowledge from what your opponents got, and hand knowledge is everything. Knowing what they've got, and then at least then if things haven't gone to plan, then you think, oh well, I'll do something else or attack with something else to get the game with it. They've had to force themselves to obviously negate from the Demigra attack anyway, but then at least you know what combo pieces they've got, what other cards they might have to try and stop everything else that you're trying to do. So situational, yeah, definitely.
And on top of your point as well, Mike, you can still look at the hand even if it's negated, but you can also take 4 battle cards from them.
Yeah, you still do the effect regardless. You still do the effect regardless of what happens, which is
so you've dropped
nice.
You have dropped your opponent's hand by 4 as well, on top of getting to look at it.
It's always worthwhile taking a risk.
Yeah.
Especially if you're up against somebody that's got a massive hand size. Obviously, if you know they're running a secret rare, even if your attack's negated, you're going to take that card and you're going to stick it in the drop, just so you know, peace of mind, you're not going to run into anything tricky. So just because of that effect, it's one of the reasons why it's up there.
There's a reason why it is where it is.
Back when the set was first released, on top of this, I built a Hirudegon deck, and I put enough black into it where I could run Demigra. I ended up going against somebody with Victory Strike, the Awakened Power one, and I did put it in the drop just because I could. And they were going to they were going to play it next turn anyway, but I just stopped them. And I was able to, and the way I had the deck, I was also able to play Demigra a couple times on turn 3.
So next one is number 7, is the Broly secret rare. So Matt will say the description and everything.
So Broly, Ultimate Agent of Destruction.
Card should be on the screen.
Double strike, dual attack, ultimate. When one of your green battle cards with an energy cost of 7 is removed from the battle area by a skill or KO'd, activate this skill. You may choose all cards other than this from your hand and place them in the drop. If you do, play this card from your hand. Second auto. When this card attacks, if your life is at 1, your opponent chooses all cards in their hand and places them in their drop.
It is a good card, Broly. The reason I think that we said that was better than Demigra was is that if you're at 1 life, and well, obviously you're gonna have to be at 1 life to do its effect. It's the fact that their hand's completely gone. You know, when it swings, even if they negate the attack, regardless of what happens, they're gonna lose their hand. You could be sitting with 12 cards and, you know, negate the attack, that's it, then that's it, your opponent's got no hand. And the fact that it's got dual attack as well, if they're only on 2 life left and then you swing again, that's it, you've done them. GG, that's it, you've won.
Yeah.
It's fairly easy to get 7-drops out now as well, you know, which is still good. You know, you have, you know, successor targets. There's quite a lot of 7-drops that you can get out quite easy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the reason why we said that it was a bit better. What would you say? Or anything to add?
Yeah, it's a good card. I like it. It's green, so obviously it's going to be predominantly aggro, so it fits into any aggro deck very well. Versatile, but to get its, like I said earlier, to get its full effect, you need to be at 1 life, and that's when it's a touch and go moment. You're going for endgame. If it doesn't go through, it is endgame, because come back round to your turn, you know
nothing.
It's you're out of cards, and well, depending on what leader you run with it. I mean, if you run the starter deck Broly leader, you can draw back up to 6, but if you're running it in other decks, like some people run it alongside 7-drop Kaioken, you know, which can be good, because obviously with Kaioken you can cut your life down to 1 and gain its effect, so you can mill them out of cards in their hand.
Yeah.
But it's all about strategy with that card. If you don't pull it off right, it's a guarantee either you're going to win or you're going to lose.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's touch and go. Touch and go.
Yeah. What do you say, Matt? Anything to add?
No, pretty much reiterate everything John said.
Right, okay, so 6 in the list is, maybe some people would disagree with this, but we said Xeno Cell was better than the Broly Secret Rare. So what is the name of the card, dude?
So, Cell Xeno, Unspeakable Abomination.
Yeah, card should be on the screen.
As Quad Strike, Ultimate, Deflect, NG Exhaust, and Successor.
Yeah.
If you have 5 or more NG when you play this card, choose up to 3 cards in your opponent's hand and place them in their drop area, and this card gains dual attack for the duration of the turn.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is obviously higher. It's one of the. It's the only. Sorry. There's only 2 secret rares in the game that have Deflect. It's this one and the Gogeta we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, Successor for 12 though.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that lets it down, but it's really good.
Yeah, I think the reason that we said that this was better than the Broly was the fact that it has potential Quad Strike and
To have dual attack with it.
That's just far better, superior anyway, because it does more damage output. You're gonna rip cards anyway.
Yeah.
When it swings, but with certain decks that you're gonna do with Successor, you know, with the whole green and yellow and everything with the Successor package, it's quite easy to get to 12, depending on the deck that you build. People might argue saying that it's oddly specific, but we thought that the Successor build was probably a lot easier than doing the Broly build, and the fact that you don't have to go to 1 life compared to what Broly does. So you could still be on, you know, 4 life or whatever and still do the whole Xeno Cell play. You know, you could still do it all. I think it's more creativity as well that you can do with it.
Yeah.
Anything that you guys want to add?
Yeah, I mean, one of the good parts about that card is obviously now with the Unison stuff that's coming out, you are getting add-ons to it as well to help, you know, improve chances of pulling that card out. And we've just had the 9-drop Cell Xeno card, so they are adding on to that SCR chain basically.
Yeah. Which is nice. Which is nice.
It's nice. So it's an easy card to, you know, draw, find, and play. All in one go.
Yeah.
You might not necessarily get the dual attack, but that doesn't matter when you've got a quad strike.
Yeah. If you can play it outright and you just swing with a quad strike and you can just combo out, then you know that's it.
I mean, it's nice if you do get the dual attack, because obviously you do get to see your opponent's hand and you do get to choose 3 cards and place them in the drop, which is
really nice.
What everybody's going to go for. They want to get 5 energy, and they want. It's not the dual attack, it's seeing the opponent's hand and dropping those 3 cards to stop being negated.
Yeah, that's it. Cool. Yeah, I think it's really good. So number 5, the one that we said that was better than Xenostar was the Baby Janimba secret rare, which I'll let Matt go through the description of it again.
Yeah, Baby Janimba, Corrupt. So Ultimate Energy Exhaust offering. Activate main, 2 red, 3 yellow. Your opponent may choose 3 cards from their life and place them in the drop area. If they do, place this card from your hand in your drop. Otherwise, play this card from your hand, choose one of your opponent's leader cards, and it gets minus 30k for the duration of the turn.
Yep. Yeah. It's a really good effect. It's a nice secret rare.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely an endgame mechanic.
Yeah.
Turn 5, most of you are going to be down to, you know, sort of 3, 4 life, possibly 5 at a push, depending on what you're up against. But it's that effect of your opponent chooses 3 cards in the life, places them in the drop area, you have to place the secret rare in your drop. If they don't choose that, say if they're already on 3 life, well, the leader gains minus 30k for the duration of the turn.
Yeah.
So you're guaranteed pretty much all your attacks go through, providing they've not been negated, and certainly not going to be out comboed. That's not going to be a problem. But it's those effects.
And on top of the minus 30 as offering, so your opponent could draw 2 if you don't take a crit.
Yeah, so
definitely.
There's a possibility of KO 4 life from 1. Effectively, by putting it straight to your drop. So
yeah,
it's a good card. Like it.
It's cost me so much. So a few games when I've been playing against Ash, he's used that to beat me a few times.
Great card. So number 4, one that didn't get the top 3 spot, is the I've got it written down as SS3 Scramble. I might give the full description of it. So this didn't get the top 3 list.
It got 4th.
Got 4th. It was close, but we thought it was 4th place. So I'll let Matt go into the description of it.
Super Saiyan 3 Scramble, Raditz, Vegeta, and Broly. Ultimate Energy Exhaust. Arrival red-green, 3 red, 2 green. When you play this card, choose 1 card in your life, place it in your drop area, then deal 2 damage to your opponent. When your opponent second auto, when your opponent combos with a battle card with an energy cost 2 or less, choose up to 1 card in your opponent's combo area and place it in their owner's drop.
Yep. It's a really good card.
Yeah, I've used it a lot.
Yeah, you used it a lot. You know, a lot of people have used it. I think there was a reason. There's a reason why it didn't get the top 3, because we thought that there was something that was better.
Yeah.
But, you know,
it almost did.
It
almost did.
Not quite.
Don't get us wrong. The effect is really good. You know, it's great for you know, red-green decks. It's absolutely cracking. I love the artwork for the card, and it's a fairly cheap secret rare as well, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, it's nice just from the sheer fact that you get to deal 2 damage.
Yeah.
To your
if your opponent's on that 2 life, if they've been burning themselves or, you know, doing whatever they have, and you've got them down to that, and then you haven't played anything, you play that, it's like, well, can't really do anything, can you? So, you know, burn damage is always good. You know, it's great. But yeah, I think it was definitely deserved the 4th place slot, should I say?
It does.
Yeah.
What we might have to do for this video, guys, because I've just been looking at our time, because we're looking at time for the video. At the minute, we've been rambling on for, I think, just nearly 15 minutes nearly. So what we might do, guys, we might leave the video here and do the top 3 for the next part of the video, because obviously we are on timed for how much that we can do, and I think the top 3 is going to be taking us a lot longer to talk about than 10 minutes. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
but if people want to, hazard a guess in this video what the top 3 are in what what order they are.
Yeah, please leave a comment down. Yeah, it'd be really interesting to see what you guys thought. What was our you know, 3rd, 2nd, and our number 1 pick. But yeah, as always, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us out. We are trying to do as much content as humanly possible.
And trying to do some Dragon Ball while we can.
Yeah. People probably noticed that we did have a we had some sort of video bomb. We had one of our friends come in the background while we were recording this. One of our friends who plays Monster Hunter. And
then we had John's character vanish.
Yeah, is slowly disappeared, like you know, in Avengers. You know. I did that snap. But yeah, stay tuned for the next video, and yeah, we'll see you again soon, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.